imposter is he who comes onto your Instagram page criticizing your editing, your composition, your lighting. And then when you go on their platform, all you see is photos of their dogs and self-portraits that look like they were taken by a Motorola Razr. And if you don't know what a Motorola Razr is, get out right now. Thank you. I wanted to take this time to talk to you guys about something that a lot of you guys struggle with, which is imposter syndrome. This is going to be a 4-part series, and it's inspired by my modeling mental health events. Let's get into it. Episode 1, imposter syndrome. What is imposter syndrome, guys? Well, imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern where people doubt their actual ability and they are very talented. It's like, despite all of the compliments, despite all of the success, you're like, no, like, I don't even know how I'm here. I don't even know why I'm here. I don't deserve to be here. These people are typically very high achieving. For some reason, despite all of the positive feedback they're getting and all of the recognition, they're like, no, like, I don't deserve this. Or you feel like one day someone's gonna expose you as a fraud. An imposter does not have the skills. They don't have the capability, but somehow they are pretending like they have the skills and capability. And the irony is, people who feel like they're imposters, they're not. And the people who feel like they're not imposters, they are. This is why we got so many keyboard warriors on Instagram. And the downfalls to not acknowledging that you do struggle with imposter syndrome is that you're gonna struggle with anxiety. And when you struggle with anxiety, it could be debilitating. It could limit your growth. You could not take on wonderful, amazing opportunities that you deserve because you feel like you're not good enough. You know what? I'm gonna be very vulnerable with you guys. I almost did that. When I first started over, I was given an opportunity to work with one of the most amazing photographers out there, Lindsay Adler. The day of, I wanted to not show up because I was so afraid that I'm like, she's gonna be like, who is she? I don't want to work with her. I'm literally 5'1". She's gonna be like, get someone else. That's like, oh my gosh, that is what I thought. And you know what happened? I still showed up. I did a workshop with Lindsay Adler and I killed it. Not only did I kill it, but she kept telling me I was cute. And at the end, I cried a little and we hugged and it was phenomenal. My self-esteem was like so small, despite me producing all of this phenomenal work as a petite model after my divorce started. And despite me being a model before I was even ever in a relationship. And this is why I'm so passionate about it, because had I let my self-limiting thoughts and beliefs make the decision for me, I would not have had commercial work. I would not have been able to work with my favorite photographer ever. I would not have done 10 photo walks in the last 7-8 months. You can't let your thoughts consume you to the point where your feelings are making decisions for you, because feelings are not facts. And I think that's one of the most important takeaways. And with imposter syndrome also comes burnout. You're just overworking yourself because you're trying to compensate for something you don't even have to compensate for. So how are we gonna do this? We're gonna acknowledge that we have imposter syndrome, because when you know better, you do better. We're gonna reframe our thoughts. This is called cognitive restructuring. And this works with so many things. It worked with my depression, with my anxiety. For every one negative thought that you have, you're gonna replace it with 2 positive thoughts. That's to develop new neural pathways, okay? If you want better, you gotta do better. This one I want you to do in writing. You are going to track your wins. You're going to write them down and you're going to put them somewhere you can see every day, because sometimes we get so caught up in this rat race and we forget how far we've come. There's a quote that says, maybe you feel like you haven't gone anywhere because you keep setting the bar higher. I'm pretty sure it's actually more poetic than that, but we're just gonna go with that. And what you're also gonna do is you're gonna talk about it with someone that you trust. You're gonna find a life coach. You're gonna find a mentor. You're gonna maybe join photography groups where you can find a mentor or a friend. You're gonna talk about it with someone who's gonna speak life into you. Make sure you are surrounding yourself with people who are gonna lift you up. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a handout you could take a screenshot of. And this handout is something that I actually gave people at my modeling mental health events. It's got a lot of tips as far as like what you can do to combat imposter syndrome that a lot of us freaking grapple with. I feel like you'll find it helpful. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.